Hi, welcome back. This is Adventures with Dr. Joe. Today we're going to put together this filament dryer for your 3D printers. It's from Amazon. It can be had for as little as $38. It holds 2 rolls of 1 kilogram each, or even a large 2 kilogram roll. Let's put it together and put it to work. This is actually the second one I've purchased. Different names, but the same filament dryer. They're heated and have a fan. You can adjust the temperature 40, 45, or 50 degrees centigrade, and the time from 6 hours to whatever you want. And it'll lower the humidity and tell you what the temperature is in humidity. So there's a small instruction booklet, some foam packing, and here it is. And also inside the box, it's kind of saran wrapped, are other pieces of foam, which I think is kind of overkill, but still pretty nice. And then here is the transformer, and let's take a look on the inside. The inside of this, it has 2 sets of ball bearing rollers for your filament to roll on. They're very nice. A small fan, a large heating element, and some LEDs. And then in the front here, this is the control on off. This puts your modes. This is your temperature gauge, and we'll set that up in a moment. And here is the power cord, and the transformer plugs into 110. It's converted and goes into this. There's a plug in the back. It's got a little plug a rubber plug to cap it. And there, now we've got power. The lights turn on, the LED lights. Then here we go. Here's the mode. 40 degrees, 45, 50, 40, 6 hours, and then on. And it tells you what temperature it is and the percentage of humidity and the countdown timer. Once you put filament in here, you're supposed to leave it open, cracked, open like that. Once you put filament in here, which goes in very easily, and again, very easy rolling, you're supposed to leave these like this, leave this gap here, let that humid air leave, and we're going to slowly watch the humidity drop as this thing heats up. We're at 45%, and it should go down to less than 20, typically 15 or so. These little openings allow you to run your filament through them, but sometimes they get stuck a little bit. So I've purchased some of these pneumatic fittings, and I think we're going to try to install these as an upgrade to this, and then run some of this Gore-Tex PTFE tubing into here. So basically the dry filament will go into the tubing and then go into the printer, and shouldn't be exposed to very much normal humid air, and keep that filament very dry to have a better print. So to take these little connectors out, it's just a simple plastic nut, and then this will literally just come out. And we'll get one of these 6mm threaded pneumatic couplers, and it should just fit right in there, just like that. And we may reuse the nut. Beautiful. Ha, that worked out really well. So now we can take our tubing and run our tubing through there. And we'll be able to bring the filament straight up into the pneumatic connector, tubing, and right into the printer, keeping it nice and dry for an excellent print. So if you have a 10mm pneumatic coupler, this Gore-Tex or PTFE tubing will go through it. So you can go all the way to the filament. But this hole is not large enough to do that, and with the 6mm diameter, the tubing goes in and then stops. So to connect this, just get our filament, run it through into that 6mm connector, and you can see the filament going up into that tubing. Piece of cake, and then that will just come up here, and these wheels, these reels, will just really rotate nicely on those ball bearing rollers, feeding it straight into the printer. While I'm at it, I'm going to replace the second one of these. So that 6mm fits in there beautifully. This nut fits on the end of that, fortunately. And there, that is a nice upgrade for this filament dryer. Here's my second filament dryer. Exactly the same unit, just different name. This is Sovol 3D and this is ComGrow. So take your pick. They're both basically extremely good, basically identical. And you can see we put the 6mm pneumatic connectors to all of these, and we're going to put this PTFE tubing on all these so we can run our filament up there while we keep it dry going into the printer. So thank you for watching again, Adventures with Dr. Joe. If you found this helpful, please click thumbs like, consider subscribing. Enjoy your dry filament and excellent printing. Take care.